What's up, family? I'm Real Mike Rob. Make sure you tuning in to the 3-point conversion radio. They got all of it, and they keep it funky. Let's get it.
Further ado, we'll jump into it and start with Sam.
Hey, JB, hope you're doing well. Obviously, big news today. You guys have your next 2 games postponed. I think for the first time this year, you guys are kind of in this situation. What, I guess, initially is your plan for the week and how you're going to keep the team and staff and everyone connected, knowing that you guys obviously have a lot of limitations for the next couple of days?
Sure, Sam. I mean, look, we've been here before. It feels, we've had this type of year going back to last February. So we've been in this situation. We just got to adjust and adapt and find ways to communicate and connect, away from each other right now. So we'll take it day by day. Obviously, I think everybody has the report on what we can do, as far as on the court, one player, one coach at a time. I'll continue to try to, get around my guys and connect with them via Zoom. So we'll do a few Zooms with the team and make sure, number one, our guys are healthy and, everybody's okay and they have what they need. Obviously, they'll be around a little bit more, some in the training room, some on the court, making sure their bodies are right. But look, we found ways to connect before, and we'll do that again here. So I just want this to be a reset for our minds, a reset for our bodies, and use it as time to grow and to get better and to find some rest as well. But it's obviously been very disruptive. So, but we'll be okay. We'll fight our way through it and just take it one day at a time right now.
Thank you.
Rick?
Hey, JB, you guys were down to effectively 8 available players in the second half of the Spurs. Do you have any concerns about your ability to field a team if there's a game Saturday? And is there any discussion about possibly bringing somebody else back from the G League bubble?
We've not got to looking at bringing anybody back yet. We're not there. Obviously, the league is leading and guiding us on this one, Rick. We're just taking their direction every single day, every single hour. Really, this is really an hour by hour thing. They're looking at it, the testing and making sure, number one, our guys are healthy and safe to be around each other. That nobody has this virus. There's no indication that anybody does. But the league is doing everything they can to gather information and even more information. They're going to watch us over this next week and make sure we're okay. So I think that's really where it starts. I really don't know what Saturday will look like. Obviously we have 2 games postponed, and the league will figure that out as we go. Obviously if we can field a team of 8 bodies for Saturday, I'm assuming that if the league feels like we're okay to do that, they'll do that. But right now we're just sort of in a wait and see process and making sure, number one, our guys are healthy, and we're doing that through testing and contact tracing and limited contact right now. So that's all I really know, Rick, right now. And, we'll just kind of see where the league takes us between now and Saturday. Obviously anything can change between now and then, but obviously we're taking the right precautionary steps led by the league, and we're following those.
What, if anything, do you know about how Gordon and or Devonte are doing?
Yeah, they're getting treatment, and, we didn't have them on the court yesterday and today. So, we're just making sure their bodies are right. Obviously we don't play for a couple of days, so I'm not going to speculate on if they're a go on the next time we play or not, because I just don't know when we're going to play next. So, again, we'll just take it day by day. They're getting treatment and they're getting better. So it's good for their bodies right now.
Thank you.
Rod?
Hey, JB, you mentioned just the uncertainty of, having to kind of go hour by hour with the league. I mean, just what's that like to not be able to know what your next step is until, you guys actually figure out and hear back from the league in terms of what they think is the next appropriate step for you guys?
Yeah, it's really, Rod, it's really just a wait and see process. They're leading it, they're guiding it. Obviously, we trust them. They have the experts and they're looking at all the data and all the information, and they have more information than any of us have. So we trust them. That's the biggest thing. And we'll let them guide the process. There's a lot of uncertainty. And I think with that, you just got to communicate. Mitch, myself, Joe, Buzz, we're on, a number of calls, just making sure we're all on the same page. We filter that information to our players, and really, Rod, we've been set up for this the last year. It's nothing that we haven't done over the last year. It's just in season now. So, look, we have a process in place. We have the communication there. Our guys understand what, where we're at, and that's all we'll do is just keep them informed as we go. So a lot of uncertainty, but we'll get through it. And, it's a great challenge for us, for a young group, but we're going to be okay. There's a lot going on. When you look at the big picture and all this is just a minor blip in what's going on in our world. We can handle this. We're out a few games, and there's a world that's dealing with so much more than we could ever imagine here. So I try to put it all in perspective, Rod. That's the biggest thing for me and our group. Let's put it in perspective. We're going to be okay. People are healthy. That's the biggest thing. And we're doing everything we can to get back on the court in the safest manner possible.
And the other thing you mentioned a little bit of the, challenge. I mean, you couldn't practice much anyway. You didn't have much time to do it now, but now for a couple of days, it's only individual work. As a coach, how do you manage that to make sure when you guys do get back together for games that you are where you want you guys to be as much as possible out there?
Yeah. So we'll use the time to really heal some bodies and really reset the mind. This is a good little, reset for us. So I think that's a positive in some ways. The downside, the flip side is not being together as a team. So continual growth and practice time and being on the court and working together because we still got a long way to go. But I'll find ways to get creative there, Rod. We've done this before. I'll do it through Zoom. I think the stuff as a team between now and Friday will be done through Zoom. So watching some film with small groups, which is what we've done some in the past. I think that'll be good for us. The individual stuff, the guys will get what they need on the court as far as shots and some conditioning and making sure their bodies are still right. I think that's a positive that we can still be in the gym and still get some work. If they're not just stuck in their hotel room or at their home, they can actually get out and do something, which is a little bit, sometime during that break, we couldn't even get out of our homes into the facility. At least now we can get out of our homes into our facility and do something on the court. So that's where we're at. And I'll do the stuff, the team stuff through Zoom. And then hopefully we're back together on Friday. If everything goes as we hope, we'll be back together on the court Friday.
Thank you.
Richard?
Coach Borrego, Richard Walker, CarolinaSportsHub.com. Obviously, you and your players have talked about how you're creatures of habit. As you said, you've dealt with this before, but this has still got to be just one of the most unusual circumstances and something you'll talk about years from now.
It will be. I mean, this is, this will be a memorable year for all of us, for the good, for the bad. And this is just one of those, blips again. I mean, this is unprecedented. There's no script for this. This is not what any of us expected, but we just have to deal with it. I think this builds resiliency. This builds character. And that's how I'm going to view this. I'm not going to look at this as a negative. I'm going to look at it as a growth opportunity, a way for us to get better, not only as players, but as people. Let's step back and look at the world and see how we can help others and how we can impact others, and really look at how the good that we have in all this. We're very fortunate. And that's what I'll try to share with my guys, that, through all this, we're very fortunate to be doing what we're doing. So we'll move forward. And I think in the end, this will just make us a tougher, more resilient group.
Danny?
Coach Danny Thompson with the 3-point conversion. 12 months ago, it was AllStar Weekend, right around this time, and Devonte, PJ, and Miles were in the AllStar Weekend and skills competition and the rookie game. And now 12 months later, you have two potential All-Stars in Gordon and Terry, and now the league wanting LaMelo to be part of the skills challenge. With everything going on in the world, what are your thoughts about your guys potentially being part of AllStar Weekend and participating in some of the events?
Well, again, look, I'm always excited for our guys to participate in all-star festivities. I mean, they've earned it. They've, to be in those conversations, it's a credit to them and their work and to our program. So anytime they're recognized for that, that's obviously a very positive thing for everybody. As far as this year, look, I trust the league, and I'm gonna defer it to the league. If they feel like it's safe and we can make the game and those festivities go off, I'm going to trust the league on that. So, I know our guys are excited to be in the conversation for all-stars and different things. So, look, I'm going to just trust the league on this one.
Any other questions, folks? All right. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate your time.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.